Guys are really hard to win. They should be proud of that. On the reverse side of that, they're going to come in for game 3. They're going to scratch and claw to try to get out of here without getting swept, so we have to match that. But I thought we really pitched it. I thought we really played good defense. I was messing with Coach Wiersbicki. I said we didn't hit a home run, so I'm going to find me a new hitting coach for tomorrow. But I think those home runs will come. You said it right, different brand, but also, you know, I thought we had distribution throughout the order, but I was really impressed with our pitching and our defense.
Stokely, first game back in a long time.
Yeah.
Big day.
You know, the preseason can be a little misleading. We know he's not your normal 9-hole hitter. So we envision him moving up in the order most likely, but some other guys have been hot. We just kind of like the way that laid out. We were messing with him calling the leadoff. He led off like 4 or 5 times today. But he got a big hit. We expect him to be a power guy. So I'm really happy for him and obviously other guys that were out last year, Boaz and Knapp. But Stokely's a heck of a player. And to see him use that opposite field gap and then get a hit against the lefty is a good start for him.
No home runs, but 7 doubles. Do you think hitting either those balls in the gap or that little scrappy speed on the bases is more kind of this brand of baseball?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're going to try to pressure as much as we can. I do think we have power throughout the order. Ahmad is probably the only guy that's not capable. I hate to say he's not capable, but you know, he may not hit double-digit home runs. Everybody else is capable of hitting 10. So if you got 10 times 8, that's still a good amount of home runs. So I think that's a little bit misleading today. But the speed does pressure teams, and that makes a difference. So we're going to be aggressive on the bases. We're going to steal bases and take dirt ball reads and that type of thing.
So obviously, Kepley doesn't have the range in the outfield that Vance had. But there was a flash of a Vance kind of play stealing the home run there.
Yeah, no doubt. I thought he made 2 tremendous plays. He robbed the ball, obviously. That was impressive. But then there was a ball off McDuffie that was hit really hard in the right center gap. And again, you know, you're talking about who I think in 27 seasons, Vance Honeycutt's the best center fielder I've ever seen on the field. You know, that's once in a lifetime guy that you get a coach. But Kepley's as good as a center fielder in college baseball, so we're just lucky that he's here and he came with Coach Jackson.
Brought in Knapp in the 6th inning. What was the decision for that going forward? Is that going to be something that we see on Fridays a lot, or just early doubleheader given the situation in the rain, stuff like that?
We approached it like we weren't going to play game 3, honestly. With the forecast, it is what it is. And we thought, Coach Gaines and I actually sat down. We always sit down and map out the pitching, best case scenario, you know, kind of in the middle, and then the worst case, like what if DeCaro just doesn't have it, who we're going to go to early. And that one played out in the best case scenario. DeCaro went well. Then we went to Knapp, and then we went to Matthias is what our goal was, to go to those 3. So that worked out really well for us, and that was a big deal. Jake Knapp sat beside me every pitch last year. I called him Coach Knapp, and now I don't call him Coach Knapp anymore. He's able to pitch, and you're only going to see him get better. His off-speed, the off-speed's usually what takes a little longer. It didn't look like that with Folger tonight, but that usually takes a little bit longer to come back. But I thought his velocity was really, really good, and he just pounds the strike zone.
Yeah, that's good. The first at bat, I mean, 3-pitch strikeout. I mean, what was that emotion just to know that he's back?
Yeah, just, I mean, you know, it is emotional. The older I get, the more emotional I get, especially if you know the character of the kid and how hard he worked and how he didn't have to come back. He could have went ahead and started his professional career, but he valued coming back to North Carolina. He believed in us, Coach Howell, Coach Gaines, our program, Terry Joe, getting him back. And then he's also, you know, getting a really good grad 1-year degree from the University of North Carolina.
Did you guys have any specific game plan with bringing Knapp in his first time facing live non-UNC batters?
We always have a game plan, but that was what we were hoping for, is he could start an inning. You know, sometimes it doesn't always play out like that, but you got to go by what you see, and he looked ready to pitch in any situation. So really, I told Coach Gaines, if we feel like he's the best guy because he's older, and he has come out of the bullpen before in his career, we just need to go to him. But that worked out in the perfect case scenario where he could treat it almost like a start. The same thing basically we did with McDuffie, and we had plenty of time to get Boaz ready as well.
You got Jason coming out hot right out the gate.
Yeah.
I mean, what have you seen from him growth-wise since last year?
I mean, that set the whole tone of the day. Like if he doesn't go out there and give us length, their guy his pitch count was much, much higher than Jason's. Jason's got this ability, kind of like Alex White, where he can be like 90, 91, and then all of a sudden walk, and everything goes up. So he's had that, even from the day he got here, he's had that presence and that makeup. But he's bigger, he's stronger, he's more physical. He's going to hold his velocity more. So his biggest growth is just in his size and his durability.
The visit by Luke after those walks really set him down. We've talked a lot about Luke's leadership.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it out here today.
That kid just enjoys playing. I mean, he had terrible at bats early, and I was in the back. I was like, "Hey, man, you're going to make contact today," and because it's Luke, and I knew he would be fine. But his number one goal is to make our pitchers better, and that's why he's so special. Obviously, the bat is the bat, but that helps our pitchers in those situations. Some catchers you don't want to go out there because they may not say the right things, but Luke is like that extra catcher on the field, which is. We're lucky to have that. And he called 18 innings today. Obviously, it was, again, our approach to today was game 3 is not looking good, so let's just go after both these games.
McDuffie,
Yep.
bringing McDuffie in, what was the idea with that? And then what did you see from him? I mean, 3.5 innings, got the win, has all the poise.
The one thing about McDuffie is we felt like his ability and talent warranted him being in any situation, and sure enough, he's in first and second in the middle of the order. Bravo's the best hitter in their league last year, and he almost got him out. He was trying to set him up with an elevated fastball and then go back to his slider. But that's what we've seen in the preseason. That's what we saw. He's from my hometown. He says he's from Broadway, but we're all from the same. We're all from the same area. He's got a weapon in that slider, and his velocity is starting to tick up. And I thought he was in total control from the time he stepped out there.
About
What
the
is
mid-90s, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's had a velo jump, and he just keeps throwing harder. And, that's why we took him out there. He was in cruise control, but it's colder. You got to take care of these guys, and it worked out that Boaz goes out there and strikes out the side, which is pretty cool, too, because he had to have surgery as well.
What does it say to McDuffie's maturity to have him just be that cool, calm, collected on the mound?
Yeah, we saw that when especially his senior year. He's just special. He's just undersized, so we didn't have to fight the draft for him. I mean, he goes out there, he's got his glasses on. The other team's probably like, who is this guy, this freshman? And then all of a sudden that bolt comes out at 94 with that nasty slider. So he's always had command. And those guys that have command like that with those quick arms, you look at his lower half, and then you got a weapon like that as a slider. We felt really good about him helping us as a freshman. You don't really know until they go out there. And we got some other ones that we're excited to see in tomorrow's game.
What did Bass have against your coaching staff?
Golly, he smelled Weirs.
Twice.
He hit Weirs. I just hit him right in the shoulder. He looks like he's asleep when he's standing in the box already. He's just a loose player. He just needs to mix in more pine tar, that's for sure.
Who do you start if there's a game tomorrow?
Olin Johnson.
Called it.
Thank y'all.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Coach.
Coach.
Good jobs. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been that long. When you got up on the mound, what were your thoughts and feelings before your first pitch and then that first at bat?
There honestly weren't really any. I kind of blacked out when I came in from the pen, so just kind of go out there, get after it. But it was awesome to be back out there.
Yeah, three fastballs, 3 strikes, and a strikeout. I mean, what was the mentality of your way back into this?
Just challenge them. I mean, it was less result oriented today and more get out there, but you always want to do your best when you're out there. And so Coach Gaines just told me to challenge them, and that's what I did.
Yeah, Coach Forbes talked about, he called you like Coach Knapp last year, and now he's so grateful that you're back out there. I mean, what does it mean to be able to just put on the jersey and actually play for his team once again?
It's awesome. I mean, this place is really special, and especially the people. I think that's what I'll take the most out of my time here is the relationships that I've created with the coaches and the players, with so many people around the university. So just it's really special, and I'm grateful that they gave me the chance to come back, and I'm always be grateful for it and be indebted to them. So.
So
Go ahead.
today's outing wasn't exactly results oriented. When you give up a home run like that, how do you kind of stay in that mentality that this is a good thing? You're back to pitching and it's gonna be fine.
It's not really what I was thinking in the moment, but just get after the next hitter. We talk about responding. Can't walk the next guy, let him get momentum, but a solo home run is rarely going to beat you, so just get right back in the zone and attack that next guy.
Being able to watch last year, how'd that help you get back into it this year and work through the fall and then come out here today?
I think even being older, like the game still can get fast at times, so just last year being locked into every pitch, like, and realizing the thought process of the coaches, Coach Forbes, Coach Gaines, Coach Howell, every moment's going to slow down a little bit more. So I understand the pitch calls. I understand what we're trying to do as far as setting people up, and understanding roles. Like when you come in from the pen, you got to get the first guy out. Like limit the momentum, and just learning so many random things from Coach Forbes, Coach Gaines. And I don't even know how to describe to you some of the conversations we've had, especially with Coach Forbes. So I'm sure you guys have had a couple, but it was obviously I wanted to be out there, but it was nice to be able to just take some time and learn the game, learn the coaches.
I know you talked about that your first goal in getting back was trying to get back to the point where you were before you got injured. Did you have another specific goal tonight on the mound? Either a specific pitch, or was it just go out there and throw what I have?
Just have fun. Been a while, like William said, since I've been out there, so I just want to go out there and have fun.
We're more than 600 days between outings. You would expect, most would expect you to be rusty, but you didn't seem to be. Did that surprise you?
Not really. I mean, just the work and preparation that I put in just prepared me for the moment to be back out there, and the help that I've gotten from so many people in the program and outside of the program prepared me to be back out there.
Did you talk to Kane at all after you guys came back in the dugout?
I did. It's his birthday today, 21st birthday, so I told him I wanted to get him a highlight for his birthday. I did it on purpose, so obviously I didn't, but it's a good way to look at it now.
Were you working off a pitch count today, or just go to whatever felt comfortable?
I'm still working on a pitch count. I wanted to go back out for the ninth, but it's a little early in the season to start arguing with Coach Gaines and Coach Forbes about that stuff. But over the next couple weeks, I'll still be on a pitch count, and then hopefully by around ACC play, we can kind of let it loose.
So you're penciled in as the number 2 starter and probably would have gone tomorrow if the regular schedule had gone through?
That's not something that I know. With talks in preseason with Coach Gaines and Coach Forbes, like, just be ready to do anything. If they need me to start, I'll be ready to start. If I need to come out of the pen like I did today, I'll be ready to come out of the pen.
I know you and Folger did all your rehab together, and you got to come back out. He got to come back out. How did that feel watching him? And I won't have you speak for him, but I bet that felt good for him watching you.
It was honestly it was almost easier. Like, I was happier for him than I was for myself. Like, it's just something that's hard to describe, but just seeing the work that he put in, and I'm extremely happy for him, and he'll only be getting better throughout the rest of the year. So obviously it's hard to get any better than he was tonight, but I don't know if you can. I guess an immaculate inning, but he'll be able to keep that up the rest of the year.
What did you see from Jason DeCaro in his outing today?
Jason DeCaro. He's a special talent, but I think it's just he's a normal kid, and he's able to take that into the games and his preparation and just have fun. I mean, he's got 4 pitches in the zone, command of all 4 of them. So he's a special talent, but he's down to earth. He's humble, works hard. He'll keep getting good results.
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Jake.
John.
Congrats.
Against a different team in a real game situation, it just felt really good.
But to come back and 5 hits, driving in 5 runs, I mean, did you expect to come out that hot after? I mean, what are your emotions having a game like that after missing probably pretty much a year?
I don't know if I got 5 hits, but it was just good to get back out there and get a couple hits and help the team win any way I can.
What was the rehab like last year, and how much were you kind of interacting with this lineup that you'll be playing with, since they're all pretty new?
Last year was just try to get back and be healthy to play this year. I was able to play last year if we didn't make it to the national championship and we needed a left-handed bat off the bench. But just pretty much getting back in the weight room, just lifting every day and just getting focused to play this new season.
Was there anything in specific you focused on in the preseason, like bat speed, contact, anything like that?
Just pretty much driving the ball backside more in the air. Pretty much about it.
Coach
Great.
Forbes has talked about first base, and he's really said he thinks you're an elite first baseman out there. Just talk about the work, even when you're injured, can't really hit, but the work you were able to get in.
Just pretty much just staying with the routine of my glove work every day that we have. We do it every day at practice, just pretty much just staying with the glove. And then practicing at third base, I would say he's helped me a lot at first base now.
What do you think about the second first base out there, the double first?
I like it because there won't be any more injuries, but it's hard to. I really don't. It just depends, to be honest with you.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's just weird because you can't really, on an infield play, you can't use the green bag. You can only use the green bag on a drop third strike. So it's just the long back hop. You can't really switch your feet and catch it. It's going to be hard to tag runners on a throw up the line, too. So that's something you get used to.
So it's only available on drop thirds and running through the first base.
Yeah, pretty much just drop third strikes. You can use either bag. That's it.
Interesting.
You look like you tagged the green base one time on a close play when it looked like if there wasn't the green bag, you might not have got him.
Yeah, so when Steve, he threw the ball up across my glove side a little bit far, and then if the green bag wasn't there, he probably would have been safe, I would say.
So you like that base there.
Yeah, extra on the drop third strike.
A trademark of last year's team is obviously the long ball. Today, y'all didn't have one. Just how would you describe y'all's approach at the plate as a team and how y'all are able to execute that, extending at bats and stringing hits together?
Just pretty much just, like I said, stringing hits together. Don't try to do too much. Just let the next guy behind you, you have trust in him. Just get base hit, he's going to knock you in. We're going to still base more bags this year than we did last year. So just let them do the thing on the base and just knock the ball in.
Hitting, I was going to say you're hitting in the 9-hole, Forbes, so that you're not exactly, I guess, your stereotypical 9-hole hitter. What is it like to be in that 9-hole, especially when you're acting like a leadoff in a lot of situations?
I never really let off much, but today I let off, I guess, 5 times. It's a little different, but it's just, it doesn't bother me where I hit, just to be able to get the play and help the team win. So.
Real overall takeaway from a big opening day doubleheader. The team came in confident. I mean, this has to really make that even bigger.
Yeah, just new team, just getting out there, getting 2 wins is very huge for this group of guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hunter.
Thank y'all.